Okay, geometry, OST, spring 2021, question number 4. It says this item has 2 parts. So understand if I scroll down, right, part A, part B. So be aware you need to answer both parts. Regis leans a 10-foot ladder against a wall. The base of the ladder makes a 65-degree angle with the ground. Part A, what is the distance in feet from the base of the ladder to the base of the wall? So this is a right triangle problem. It's a pretty familiar ladder right triangle problem. So we have the ground here. We have our wall here, right? And we have our 10-foot ladder. Here's our ladder, 10 feet long. It's making a 65-degree angle with the ground. So this angle right there is 65 degrees. This is my right angle where the wall hits the ground. And the question is, what is the distance in feet from the base of the ladder to the base of the wall? Find this length, call it x, right? Well, this is a classic trig question. So let's remember trig is Sohcahtoa. Now, if you don't remember that, the reference sheet does have some trig on it. So if you take a look at the formula sheet. So there. So Sohcahtoa, sine, cosine, tangent. Now, you do need to be able to label your picture appropriately. So if 65 degrees is my angle, 10 feet is the hypotenuse, and then this x is the adjacent. So hypotenuse and adjacent you can see as cosine. So you can use that as long as you can label the picture correctly. So we're going to do the cosine of 65 degrees equals the adjacent over the hypotenuse. To get x by itself, we simply multiply by the denominator. And we're going to type in 10 cosine 6.5 into the calculator. And we're going to round to the nearest tenth of a foot. So that's 1 decimal. So I'll come here. Now remember I talked about make sure you're in degree mode. So let's go to the wrench. The default is degrees, which we're lucky. Okay, we're lucky for. All right. So the default is degrees. So I can get out of there. So we're going to go 10 cosine of 65. And there's 4.22. So that value of x is 4.2. So the answer to part A is 4.2. So now part B says, okay, let me erase that writing. Now it says, Regis needs to move the ladder so it reaches a window 9.6 feet above the ground. How many feet closer to the building does he need to move the base of the ladder? So now we have another right triangle, okay? So again, here's my ground, here's my wall, here's my ladder, right? My ladder did not change length. It's 10 feet still. But now I need to reach a window that's 9.6 feet above the ground. That's my vertical distance, 9.6 feet. Right? There's my right angle. And now, how many feet closer to the building do I need to move the base of the ladder? So I need to find x again. Let's call it y. But then I need to compare it to 4.2, which was the answer to part A. Right? So let's find y now. Now, we're going to use Pythagorean Theorem. We know no angles. Right? That angle is going to change. So we're going to use Pythagorean Theorem. I don't think Pythagorean Theorem is on the reference sheet. So hopefully you remember the famous a squared plus b squared equals c squared. In this picture, 10 is c. A and b don't matter. I'll let y be a and 9.6 be b. So we'll do y squared plus 9.6 squared equals 10 squared. Y squared plus, we're going to do 9.6 squared in the calculator. 9.6 squared. That's 92.16. So y squared plus 92.16 equals, and then 10 squared is 100. Let me come over here and write it nicer. So y squared plus 92.16 equals 100. We're going to subtract 92.16 from both sides. So y squared equals, and in my calculator, I'll do 100 minus 92.6. 100 minus 92.16. So that gives me 7.84. And then I'll take the square roots. And remember, inside that keyboard, there's your square root button. So square root of, there we go, 7.84. And it's a nice 2.8. So your y value is 2.8. So now, instead of being 4.2, so from part A, if this was 4.2, now we scooted to a distance of 2.8. So what is the distance that we scooted? Well, you just subtract. 4.2 minus 2.8, and that is 1.4. So you are 1.4 feet closer to the building. Nice topic 8. I'm sorry I did not say topic 8. Right triangle trigonometry question there.